It's it's the finals, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Olimoleague. Quick shout outs to the Patreon that keeps this thing alive over a year now. We've had crowdfunding support this tournament. In the bottom left side, we've got the blue Zerg player. He's on his last live now. TCM Soulkey.
In the top left, as the Red Terran, it is aLive.
Do you think aLive does anything weird? Like shakes it up with like 3 ranks Reaper or something stupid?
I do not. I think he is going to go for potentially a tank drop again, though. So weird, so odd, mixing it up.
Well,
Maybe
it's
getting
just
a Viking instead of a medevac.
I actually the thing about the tank drops though, right? Like as far as defensive openers go, it's a really safe way to play that does allow for a little aggression. I think that obviously if you want to end someone's life, you do something really strange, really crazy, like bunny build liberator type thing. And obviously not here, it's the worst map you could do that on, but I do like that aLive has been going for tank drops as the openers. A, it's going to defend against early aggression without B, putting him too far behind.
Well, I think aLive is going to be well aware that scouting Soulkey is going to be priority, and he will get that Reaper. That was a problem with actually what Salvation did. He didn't get a Reaper. Well, there's a lot of problems in that game. Again, go watch it if you want to see a game that just both people screw everything up. The Reaper, it is also not the greatest map for Reapers, so it can be killed.
Yeah, that's why you probably weren't going to see too much of dedication. But quick shout out to Star Lady 45, 17-month resub. Nice. Wow. Yo, I thought we were doing all the resubs, right? Then I caught Maximus streaming the other day, and he had like a 50-month resub or something. I'm like, wow, that's literally twice as long as we've even had a sub button for. Like, that's insane.
Damn, it's like from the beginning of StarCraft. It's old.
The dedication is real, man. People who loved StarCraft still love StarCraft.
No.
Even the people, here's the thing that I've learned, right? And this isn't going to be true for everybody, obviously, but a majority of the people who've moved on and like become big CSGO fans or League of Legends fans, like nobody's been like, fuck StarCraft, that game sucks. They all come back and like, yeah, I could enjoy this. It's just not my #1 pick.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't the case after Prelude and Fester, though. People came back, they're like, wait, it's gone? Oh, thank God, that game sucked. And then they had other problems with like Widow Mines and shit.
This is cool because there's a lot of people who are like part of either Twitch staff or big organizations that, they're not your average Twitch viewer, but you realize like they're still big StarCraft fans, which is cool. It's always good to know. I know that we've got a couple of doctors who are actually subbed to the channel. That always blows my mind, knowing that like if I'm dying in a hospital, I can just send out a sub message like, help.
Oh, I thought you were gonna make like a joke about like Dr. Awesome or something.
No, Dr. Awesome. Well, that guy didn't go to medical school for 10 years for nothing.
Yeah, awesome school. So Soulkey has not done anything yet, has not done any sneaky roach warrens, so it's not going to be an abusive 2-base build, but that doesn't mean he's not going to be the aggressor in this game. aLive is going for a tank drop, it looks like, so nailed it, but it's not going to be that defensive, like, yeah, you run into me first. Like, he's actually going to have to decide to use it offensively, and one tank drop usually doesn't do that much damage.
No, not often.
Not often. If Soulkey goes for Mutilating Bling on this map, we saw someone else do it, and I was entirely disappointed. I was disappointed in that Zerg.
It goes back to the fact that he is one of the few guys that can pull it off, but should he, right? Like, that's the question. Ling's going to take care of that Reaper pretty quick. Small explosion from the grenade, scatters everybody, but as far as what aLive has, honestly, it's not much, and it's not impressive. This would be really impressive if he was defending once again, and there was some sort of epic hold, but weirdly enough, Soulkey's best move may have just been not to dedicate anything too early.
Yeah, and in this case, he does get kind of the benefit of that. So aLive's the one just being, not too defensive, but yeah, his defense isn't working. Oh, he's actually moving out with Marines too, though. Making the tank drop a little more interesting, a little harder to deal with, but it's still not that many units. It really is heavily dependent on this tank, so it's going to force out about 20 more Lings. The Baneling has did finish, so he has the option of Baneling.
But, even with the Banelings, it's mostly just Queens here. Like, these ladies are getting lows, a couple transfuses popping off, but I don't know how much longer they can hold on for.
I mean, Soulkey realizes that, like, okay, I wish I haven't taken this much damage from this attack, but it's not something that's going to be reinforced, so it's okay. Yeah, I don't know about the Marines instead of the tank, but if you keep the Marines alive, then you do have a consistent drop.
Ooh, that medevac going down was definitely really bad. Liberator comes to their front line, but you know what? This is why he keeps the Marines alive, because he wanted to kill the Queen, so there's no anti-air for that Liberator. That would be a really smart move if he had been successful. It flies into a Spore Crawler. Live!
Buddy.
You were doing well up until this point, and then you goofed.
Oh my god, he got a live Spore Crawler.
He did, because that's such a stupid Spore Crawler. The karma is so real.
But you know, losing the Liberator, losing the tank, it would have been much worse had he been on him one of those 2-base builds again. But he did get a 3rd base, and they're both.
Oh, the wall's not done.
Still that macro
Oh,
game. That was close.
That was very close. If those links had slipped by, that would have been a surround of the bunker, and it would have gone down. And that's pretty much everything he's relying on. He just finished adding on reactors and tech labs, so he has no actual. He had past tense no actual production for the last minute or so. Like, this bunker was literally everything for him.
It looks like Soulkey really is going to just go into Mutilating Bling, and I hate that, to be honest. It's not just the case that Mutilating Bling has been, you know, iffy in general, although Soulkey has been making it work. It's specifically because it's on this map. And not so much because he should have been 2-base all in either. More just that Mutilating Bling, it thrives on being able to counterattack and have a lot of space to maneuver and space to get surrounds. That's everything Arena does not give you. So I'm worried. See what aLive can actually do, though. I mean, it's up to aLive to be able to apply that correct pressure. That's one thing Arena does give you, though, is good creep spread.
So this is interesting. aLive's Twitter has changed recently. It used to be Spenu, now it's Afrika aLive.
Yeah. It was really cool that Afrika apparently did this must have been like the fastest business transfer ever. One day, Kespa's like, we don't know if we're going to have a 7th team. Afrika's like, oh, we'll take it. Sold! $1.
It may have actually, funny enough, been a thing too, where it's like, look, players don't have a salary, or maybe there's easy pickups and just say screw it. Like, I don't know. Just compete purely for the prize money, you know? That's one thing was kind of missing out of Korea esports for a while too, and you know, jokes aside about players needing money for things like match fixing and all the other junk that happened with drama. It's been a while since you've had a lot of players who really will play just for the sake of competing. And the fact a lot of are not even allowed to, even if they want to. Their teams limit them in so many ways. Yeah. But you know, it's like for example, it's cool like partying for 32 boys 1 cup. Like, he wanted that tournament so bad, not because it was a prize pool, not because he had a team that was going to benefit from it. He wanted that trophy we made so badly.
Yeah. Okay, so this is you have 2 options as a Terran player when you do an attack like this. You go right through the middle, clear up some creep, do the slow push, or you go for the immediate drop. And this can be tricky. The drop hits before the mutas are out, and now the mutas will be much worse at dealing with it. Obviously, they cannot take on Stim's Marines. An attack at the front actually distracts all of the Lings for a little bit, so they get on top of the spawning pool.
Let's put into this other drop, though. Spawning pool goes down. You gotta focus on the lair next.
Not the lair. Oh, no.
There's actual focus fire in this, too. Like, you could easily take on these Lings. Gonna stutter step back a little bit. Once the Lings are gone, the mutas are easy pickings. I mean...
Oh, my God.
He's actually going to focus fire down the mutas. Not a bad choice at all. The Link's taking a long time to actually clean this up. Bantley's come in, but he's going to not focus down that layer. It's going to live. Wow. Wow. This thing has, like, no health. 1, 2, 3 health on it.
Look at the next attack coming up here for aLive, too. And Soulkey now has no more Lings. He does still have the Baneling nest, but there just aren't a lot of Banelings. Not a lot of gas for him. He put so much gas into those mutas, and they all died. This might just be game over. Soulkey is going to get 3-0 in the finals? Holy sh...
Wow, aLive is a literal god today, apparently.
Dang. Although I will say again, I really don't like Mutilating Bling on that map, so I blame you, Soulkey. Zombie got disappointed. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, so I was just looking at something. Diocletian Zerky donated, or said he donated rather, but I can't... It's not showing up anywhere, not in my email, not on Twitch alerts, not on the bot even, which we're not even supposed to be donating to the bot anyway, so I don't know what's going on with that. So, Diocletian Zerg, if we missed your donation, sincerest apologies.
Donate to me on accident?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see it anywhere, so...
Nope, not to me.
Double check your PayPal, man. If it actually went through PayPal, I can check PayPal itself later, but for whatever reason, it just may not have been registered or tagged for some stupid reason. GG's, man. Oh, Live's messaging me? GG's. Okay, well, that wraps up the Olimoleague, and aLive is going to be your champion, 3-0. Congratulations to him. Soulkey's still going to get $45. aLive's going to walk away today with 75. That's not too bad.